it's Michelle, and today I wanted to try my hand at card making. I've been wanting to get into some paper crafting, and with my recent video for the cupcake bead charm, I was inspired to try a cupcake themed birthday card, and I'm really excited about this. About the time that I did that cupcake bead charm, I was starting to kind of rekindle an interest in paper crafting that I kind of dabbled with in the past, but I never really got into it very much, and I think I want to get a little deeper into that. And what inspired me was when I came across these large flat back rhinestone stickers that were given to me by a friend, and I just thought that's got to be the cherry on top of a cupcake. So I wanted to do that. And I'm going to be doing a card today that's an A2 size, and that is something that I've just recently learned too. I've been kind of studying up a little on paper crafting and card making and things like that. So the A2 size, and that is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, which is the size you get after folding it when you cut a regular 8 1/2 by 11 sheet of paper in half. So that gives you the perfect card size. So I've gone ahead and cut that out to that size and folded it into a card shape, and I went ahead and lined the inside where my message will go with a plain white sheet of paper so that any sentiment or anything that goes in there will show up more easily on the lighter color, because I have this dark blue color for the background on my card. And the white piece I cut a 1/4 inch smaller in each direction, so it's 4 by 5 1/4, and that way it gives me a 1/8 inch border all the way around. And I went ahead and put adhesive on the back of that and stuck it down. And I've got another piece cut to that same size, and it looks white kind of on camera, but it's sort of a lighter blue color. And I'm going to put that on the front the same way. And my project will not be without beads today. I will be using beads. I got out some of my bugle beads here out of my bead stash, and I thought these would make the perfect sprinkles on my cupcake. And I've got all the colorful colors as well as some little brown ones in there that I thought may give the look of chocolate sprinkles. And then we've got our flat back rhinestone for the cherry on top. For my cupcake base, I was inspired by that mint green color that was in my bead charm, if you remember that. I'll set that back here for inspiration as we work. So I wanted to go with the mint green color, and I thought that thin stripe really gave the look of that cupcake paper for me. So I cut that in a 2 inch by 2 inch square, and I just cut that out of a striped scrapbooking paper that I had. And I've got a white glitter paper here, if you all can see, that came 2 in a pack from Walmart for $1, and that's the white glittery paper, and I thought that would be the perfect cupcake frosting. And I'm going to be using my Dollar Tree stamping set that I bought. I showed you all that in a Dollar Tree video that I did not long ago, and my Dollar Tree ink pad as well. I have done some ordering of some more stamps and ink pads and things that maybe I'll get to show you a little later on. But today I wanted to see what more I could do with the Dollar Tree set. So what I want to do for my cake icing, I printed out and then cut out the shape of a cloud that I found online, and I will try to include a link to this on my blog but you can also find that on my Pinterest board titled Resources. So either of those places you can find this template here for this particular cloud, which I thought looked very much like cupcake icing. So I want to transfer that on here, but I don't want to have any markings on my glittery side, so I'm going to transfer my image on the back. So I'm just going to lay my cloud shape down on the back side so I don't show any pencil markings on the front glittery side of my paper. And just trace around my cloud. And then I want to cut out the rounded part up here where the cherry on top will be, so that I have that shape in the paper, so I'll have something to adhere that to when I'm done. So what I did was found a flat back rhinestone in a size just slightly smaller than the one I'm going to be using. The red ones here are about 3/4 of an inch, and this one is just slightly under that. So I can use that to trace around and be able to cut that out to adhere that cherry on top to without having anything sticking out and showing around the edges. So I'm just going to place that where I think I might want my cherry on top to be, and just trace around that top curve. And then I can cut that out. So then when I flip it over to the glittery side, there is no sign of my pencil markings. And now I'm going to take my cupcake base in my 2" by 2" square, and I'm going to come to each bottom corner and come in about 1/4 of an inch and cut from there at an angle up toward the top corner. I'm going to do the same thing over here. So this will be the top corner, angling in to about 1/4 inch in. So that gives us that tapered effect for our cupcake. So now I'm going to take my light blue Sharpie, just to give it a little bit of dimension, and just barely edge around. Just enough so that that will stand out against our background. And I'm going to go ahead and adhere that to my cupcake base. And then I'm going to put my red flat back rhinestone with a cherry on top. And if you think that sticky back doesn't hold well enough, you can use some additional kind of adhesive if you want to. But I haven't really gotten any of the adhesives for paper crafting just yet, and for that reason I'm going to be adhering my sprinkles with Mod Podge. I'm using the matte so that maybe it won't show up as much after it's dry. I don't really know how well this is going to work, but we'll see. I will be getting some paper crafting adhesive. I'm just going to get me a little puddle of it there to work out of. And then I'm just going to take my tweezers and get some of that on the beads. Well, I made that one a mess. Let's try again. Sprinkles in place, and we're going to let that dry and do some of our stamping. I'm going to go ahead and stamp on the inside first. And I'm going to use my wishing you a very happy birthday sentiment. Get that on my block. And then I'm going to load it up with ink. And I'm using the blue one that I got from the Dollar Tree. It matches very closely to my card base. And then just stamp that on. Kind of toward the top. And there we've got our inside message with room at the bottom to sign and maybe write a personal note. Okay, so we just kind of try to find our placement where we want everything to be. I think maybe I'll put my cupcake toward the bottom, and I'm going to want another sentiment on the front. So I've got a scrap piece of white cardstock here, and I think we'll put the banner on there that says "Celebrate Today." And we're going to use our blue ink again. We'll just stamp that on our scrap and we can cut it out. I think that looks really cute. So I'm just going to cut that out. I'm going to leave a little bit of the white edge around it. Okay, so there's our Celebrate Today. I think I'm going to use some of my foam squares to pop that up a little bit. placement right at the top. And then we should wait until this is all completely dry. But to save time for the video, I'm going to try to do this without flipping it over. And just reach behind and put my foam squares underneath so we can pop up our cupcake too. A long one in the middle. See if I can peel off those backings. And maybe a few stitch markings around the edge. And we'll go ahead and adhere that to the front of our card base. And I will take some pictures of it once that Mod Podge dries. I just think that is so cute. So that's my first attempt. I wanted to keep it kind of simple and, you know, maybe get into some more intricate detailing and things later on, maybe when I get a little better at it. But for now, I think that's a good start. I'm really happy with it. So you all let me know what you think. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Give me a like over on my Facebook page. Follow me on Pinterest and Instagram. And don't forget to stop by and check out my blog at craftykaleidoscope.blogspot.com. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.